Hi everyone, welcome to Resident Electronic Monthly. We really like to start on time, but it's okay, there's still some setup going on and everything. At least the streaming is live. What else? I don't know. Do I need to sit in front of the camera? All right, yes. Thanks, Justin, for running the show last month, all on your own. Well, Colin was behind the scene, wrangling everything, but that was really nice, so I could take some holiday. I know I don't have to come here every month. I know Justin is not happy. I'm Frank Martin. I'm part of your host with Justin here. Justin makes some awesome music. He's part of the community, and I don't know, go to his concert and listen to his music on the interweb. And we've got Colin, also known as Tanuki Spider Cat, who does also music and was wrangling all the performers, setting up the form, working all behind the scene. She may come up or not, I don't know, she works in the South Bay, so it's always difficult to come back here in time. All right, what else? What's the news? Anybody has got news? Not this kind of news, but music news. Anybody releasing an album? Positive news. Releasing an album, playing music.
Isn't there a show coming up at Gray Area that's like a tribute to Dax Pearson?
Oh, okay.
You know about that?
Anybody knows? Anybody has got internet on their phone can check if you have a show at the Gray Area. You know where is the Gray Area? Who doesn't know Gray Area? Raise your hand. We want to single you out. So Gray Area is a few blocks away on Mission Street. And this is one of the places where you can get some really good electronic music and avant-garde music, experimental, whatever you want to call it. The other place is just, I think here at the end of the street, or the next one. It's called the Lab. So if you want good electronic music and concert and everything, Gray Area and the Lab. And you can become members, and they need your support because, I don't know if you heard, there's no more money. So they need your money. Oh yes, Mr. Unruly. I'm confused with all your personalities. You too? So Mr. Unruly, Justin, and I, we were in a bus last weekend. Was it last weekend? We were in the bus by Auckland, by the aircraft carrier, and streaming some music and doing some stuff, barbecue, so that was really cool. I don't know what are the other shows coming up.
So the Dax Pearson show, August 2nd.
Okay, Dax Pearson show, August 2nd.
And they're going to have people from hieroglyphics. We're going to have like all kinds of like amazing East Bay musicianship.
Okay.
Going on with that show. It's going to be fantastic.
All right, so check the Gray Area. They usually have some really cool show. Okay, there's one thing that I don't know is who's performing first. Have you sorted it? You doing it? Oh, okay, all right. I was wondering. Well, what is doing? Okay. What's the news? I know there's a couple of concerts, but I don't know, they are kind of semi-private or whatever. There's, I know Microzen and Stockhausen. I'm going to perform there, so I don't know. I don't know how public these concerts are. But if you hear about it and if you Google it, maybe you'll find them. Otherwise, we've got in the room the president of the Audio Engineering Society of San Francisco. So these are audio engineers with some social skills, so you can join them. It's not like tech engineers who have no social skills. They are able to deal with, I don't know, bands that are divas and artists. So if you want to join this organization, it's quite cool, and they do events every month. You can. One of the events is to go and visit Busy's studio, and he's got a nice Atmos studio, and you can listen some special music. So that's one of the events, and there's another one coming soon on. What is it?
August 12th at
August 12th at Meyerson, where you're gonna listen to the forest.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, Dan Dugan and Nature Society.
Yes. So all audio capture of sound in the nature, and how do you process that, and how you do that. So that's another nice event. What else do we have? The South Bay open mic is on the hiatus for the holiday. I think they're gonna start in September or October. So there's another open mic in San Jose if you want to. There's information on our page. If you want more information about Resident, go on the Noisebridge website, and there's a Resident Electronic, and you'll see all the list of the artists. And I will encourage you, if you like anybody, to go there and then click on the link and then, you know, follow, like, whatever. All right. Anything else? We are very nice to have Noisebridge welcoming us in their space every month. Woo! And it's nice to have you all also tonight. All right. Is it time for music?
Ah, come on.
Woo, all right. Okay, so I think it's a little bit special. So Muscrat, yes, is going to do something funny. He's taking over the audio and the video and the technology and everything. So, and the microphone. So it's a special microphone, you know, you need to be a crooner with it.
Yeah, we'll see if I can get it to work.
Okay. Muscrat, everybody.
All right, so if you came for music, it's going to be a little bit before I start, but let's see if I can get my video out. All right, it's actually steady, great. So I perform under the name Muscrat, but shit, let's see if this works. This is the eponymously named programmable software synthesizer I've been working on for a couple of years. I'd love to give a quick little, maybe not so quick, but a demo of it, and with some interstitial musical numbers, if it will stay steady. I'm not sure it will. We can try. I think within, you know, every few seconds you'll be able to read the text on the screen. But to start, I think I need a frequency. So I'm gonna start by playing a sine wave. That's the best thing to start with. Does anyone have a favorite frequency? That's a very high frequency. I'd love one in the oral range, one we can all hear. Did someone say 200? 200? Okay, great, yeah. All right, so, great, it's okay, that might be better. All right, so we can play a sine wave. Round of applause. Yeah. And dramatic pause. Okay, it's totally visible. This is great. All right, a few very simple pieces here. We are playing a sound. It's a sine wave. And I have to do this awkward thing because I don't think I have a stand, but we'll make it work. 200 is the frequency. I'm scaling it down because if it were at full scale, it would probably be a little too loud. But you might not believe me that this is actually a sine wave, so I'm going to pipe this into something else. We've got this fun little arrow operator that lets you build these chains of signal processors. So I'm going to start by just putting that right back into play, which is not super interesting. But I want to see what I'm listening to. So let's add a scope, which should show up over here. Cool. So now we can see that that looks like a lot like a sine wave to me. I might even make sure that I wasn't just hard coding that. Okay, cool. I can increase the frequency. Let's bring it back down. Let me go down to 200. Cool. What does a, I don't know, triangle wave look like? Does it do saw? so that's all well and good. If you're familiar with square waves, you know that they, let's make that a little quieter. You can change what's called the duty cycle or the pulse width, so we can do that too. But it gets a little bit cumbersome. Just like writing in a new number, saving it. So let's do something to make it a little bit more convenient. So we've got this knob command that just lets you summon a knob from into existence. So here, let's say we want the knob starts at 0.3. It'll go from 0 to 5. So now we've got a knob for our duty cycle. Change the duty cycle like that. That's great. Even this is a little annoying, so I've got to move my mouse around, and I can't look at the graph while I'm doing that, which is a little UI defect. But I can hit that, and I should be able to then link it to a parameter or knob on my MIDI controller here just by tapping that and pairing them. So I can go back and show you that, yeah, this is messing with the duty cycle. So that's fun. You can also, let's plop that over there. Say I don't even want to twiddle that knob. I can create another sine wave. At a lower frequency, an LFO, and let's scale this so that it makes sense for a duty cycle. So I can pop it back up here. And I think one thing that's kind of interesting about this system as it's designed is that it's all updating live, right? So it's this program is basically spitting out a signal graph, and anytime you update it, you get like a new target signal graph, and this is going to basically compare the old one against the new one, and only change what changed. But you don't have to be, you don't have to say what corresponds to what. You just change what you want, and it will build the new signal graph and keep playing whatever you were playing before that is unchanged. Let's see. So, I've got knobs, I've got this sort of thing. This is maybe time for my first musical interlude. I'm going to pull up something that will also demonstrate the video synthesis that you can get in Muscrat. So it's a little bit too involved for me to actually give a demo of how you actually spin it up, but it uses Hydrosynth under the hood, if you're familiar with that. It's a video synthesizer. It's been mapped into this Lisp language, and you can take values from your audio signal graph, plumb them into your video. So if anyone is bothered by flashing lights and stuff like that, maybe look away for a sec. Oops. First, I better pull up the video, huh? Cool, yeah, that sort of, I don't know, for me that's the fun of it. You can kind of build these musical machines with a bunch of parameters and then just mess around with them. And then if you are inspired to make a tweak, you can just make the tweak. You don't need to start over. It'll just keep chugging along. So let's see if I can do this one-handed. Look at some sequencing stuff. So actually, I think I can probably copy paste some stuff here and make this a little bit easier. Do you have some ideas, Frank? Let's see.
There we go.
Well, yeah, that makes it harder to type, but yeah. Okay, I'll take it, thank you. Okay, so let's, round of applause for our mic stand. So we're gonna add some sequencing here. Let me actually, I'll just go to the. I'm moving so my eyes can do work too. Let's see. If it's in here. Okay, we're gonna do it live. Let's see. So let's go back to a. Saw wave. Let's go from MIDI to a frequency. Let's say, I don't know, E3. And make this a little quieter. Multiply by 0.5. Scope it because we want to see what we're doing. And play. We all love it. Everyone loves those high frequencies on a saw. So let's tame those a little bit. Actually set up a knob to control that. So let's add a knob for a cutoff and let it default to 1,000, 20 to 10,000. Should have our knob now, and I'll hook this up to that. But that steady note is a little bit. What do I hook it up to? There it is. Is a little bit dull. So let's find a note. Or sorry. set up a step sequencer. So we've got just an impulse at 2 hertz, let's say. That's going to trigger our step sequencer. And for now, let's just say it's E3 F sharp 3. Swap this out for note 1. Okay, that's super exciting, and now I'm going to ask folks to guess what the melody is. When they can. Any guesses yet? Well, now I feel like a snob if no one's gonna guess it. But fair enough. Well, this is Steve Reich's piano phase. And let's set up 2 of them. Actually, so we've got one there. We've got another. Let's do this at a slightly different rate. And we're going to define our rate up here. Oops. What am I doing here? Tate. So I meant to do this. Let's stop this so that they can get into sync. I think that was a bug. Well, they should be a little bit more out of phase at this point, but there was a bug. It's harder than I expected to program on the fly with a mic in my face, but now you can kind of get it. And can I ask how much time I've got left? Make a judgment call. Okay, cool. So, okay, I'll stop this example here. Oops. Yeah, give it up for Steve Reich. Woo! Maybe I'll just dive into two final examples. One, actually, that technically was not a piece of my own. I think one of the rules of REM is that you have to be playing your own music. You mind if I bend it once more? Okay. This is in the public domain, so don't worry. All right, so another fun feature is this ABC notation, which is an ASCII notation for sheet music. So I've got a transcription of this Russian, early 20th century composer Scriabin's Four Preludes, Opus 22, number 1. It's going to sound very early synthy, but hope you get the gist.
It's as I said. They only responded here.
All right, the last pair of things is about sampling. So it's got a sampler and a small sample library kind of built in. It's all Creative Commons stuff. Actually stole it from, if you're familiar with Sonic Pi, that's another sort of music, like computer music system built on top of Super Collider and Ruby that you should take a look at if you're interested in this kind of thing. But we are gonna play some samples from that sample library. So we've got this little sample command. Can always use more crow. You'll see what I mean. That, and we'll loop it. Some basic, kicks, which don't sound that great at 0.2 speed. And of course, I could play around with that a bunch, maybe two more things. Let's see, in the sampler milieu. Okay, let's see if I can just remember this. So if anyone's familiar with, I think it's, what is it, tidal cycles. So that's another sort of music, like a computer music system. It's more about patterns. It's built on top of Super Collider. The idea is you kind of define repeating cycles, you can basically break up a measure or basically a cycle of music into a number of parts, and you kind of do interesting things with rhythm, and thinking in a really just different way about making this stuff. So I've got, I think it's called Tidal Cycles Samp, if I remember. I might want to make it quieter. Okay, so we can kick once, we can kick. So this is basically taking a cycle which is a fixed duration of time and splitting it up into 3 parts and doing kick on one, kick on the other, on another, and then hat. I don't know, I could add tom at the end. Now we've got broken that same duration into 4 parts and added a tom at the end. Now, what's cool about this is you can also then subdivide this last piece, right? So still four pieces for the overall cycle. This last piece, I'll break it up into tom, then hat. So kind of fun. You can compose these in interesting ways. Just one of the things that you're able to do when mapping into a programming language like this is take a bunch of different paradigms and stuff them into one system. All right, so I'm gonna finish off with a little, I guess, pseudo improvisation on top of a sample of a Muni train running by. It might not sound like one, but I promise it is.
That was a muscrat with an awesome demo. And then please come at the end and ask him plenty questions and how far the software works. So I think the next performer will be the stranger. For the people that are here, I may ask, I think we've got some extra chairs, so if you want to move some chair, or the people sitting, if you can move forward so that people can stand at the back, I don't know, just reorganize so that, you know, more people can see the show. Let's do some musical chair. Woo-hoo. All right. Did you need to replug the video? Oh, you're done. Yeah. If you find some chair and want to bring them, then bring them. You know, this is noise bridge, so if you want it to happen, then you make it so. Make it so. Number one.
Thank you. Who's up next?
The stranger, which is on somewhere. Yes, I don't know. 5, 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, there's a method in this madness. Everybody is having fun? Ooh, all right. Maybe I'll do my little survey like everybody is moving. So who came here to see one artist specifically? Raise your hand. Don't be shy. And who came just for the show and didn't know who was performing? Woo! Yes, and we had Muscrat performing, and we'll have the stranger soon. So thanks everyone for coming here. We've been running this little event for a couple of years now, and it's every month on the 4th Thursday of the month, and we start sharp at 8 o'clock. So don't be late. Don't miss your BART, your Caltrain, so you can attend here. All right, are you in readiness? Is there some audio coming in? I don't know. Just make one note. Just make some sound. Any sound. Okay, we hear sound, so we are good. All right. You want to say something, or you just want to perform? Yeah. What's this bottle?
You know what? I'm gonna talk about it afterward.
Okay. All right. Demo first, and then after we'll know what they do. All right. Everybody ready? Yeah. Yeah, the stranger, everyone.
As I've kept on repeating in these lectures, is an amphibious creature, and among the worlds in which he lives, the disparate worlds which he inhabits, are the worlds of immediate experience, more or less immediate, and the world of symbols and language. As I've kept on repeating in these lectures, is an amphibious creature, and among the worlds in which he lives, the disparate worlds which he inhabits, are the worlds of immediate experience, more or less immediate, and the world of symbols and language.
That was a stranger. So you want to tell us about what this Luciole?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so it was, I don't know, I started watching electronic shows a few years ago, and I was looking at the person on stage, and I was thinking, I think they're tweaking a dial, but I can't quite see it. So I thought I I've been wanting to make something for a while that you could actually see me like changing something on the music. So that's what this is all about. And I have another one that you can stand on and you can shift your weight and it changes things that way. So maybe I'll bring that one next time. But anyway, yeah, come and take a look afterwards if you want.
Awesome. As a stranger. As I say, if you want to shift behind, I don't know, that looks like a little bit crowded, but if you want to, during the break and reorganize and come closer and find your space and stand at the back for the people, you've got a big crowd tonight, so. And I think there's some more room here on the side, so if you want to, feel free to reorganize yourself. This is not bridge, this is a hacker space. You have to hack your way. All right, so we are at Resident Electronic Monthly. Welcome, hello everyone. And we do that on the fourth Thursday of the month, and we will talk about Gray Area is having a show on what, 2nd? 8? And there is a show at Mayors to go and listen to Sound of the Forest via the Audio Engineering Society of San Francisco, ESSF.org. If I remember. Whoa. And we have Justin, which is on the visuals, and your co-host. And you have got Colin, Tanuki Spidercat, who's behind the scene and made sure that this show happen every month. And I'm your host, Frank Martin. I don't know who's performing next. You'll go. And you see, I'm very, very prepared and professional. Who are you?
I decided to do this. I saw a lot of people doing it. I figured I'd do it. I haven't touched music in like 6 years. Figured I'd challenge myself to do something in under a month. Worked out to 2 weeks. And I spent a lot of time listening to like SoundCloud beat tapes, as terrible as that is. And I don't know, I like the hard to find samples, the rock. You have to dance, just pop your head, it's all good. Anyway.
What's your artist name?
Venator.
Venator, all right. So the game is just make one sound, so we make sure everything is all good and perfect. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Venator.
Diagnosis, schizophrenic reaction, chronic uncontrolled.
But how can I improve if I'm getting worse? I'm trying to tell you, day by day, I am getting worse. Medication for the mind. I'm supposed to take medication for if I have some bodily injury, not for the mind. My mind is perfect.
If I see enough improvement in you.
Okay, Al, I'll sit down. 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 Yeah, had a good time.
Go down to Marie Callender's. Get me a big bowl. Pie, some ice cream on it. Good. Put some on your head. Your tongue would slap your brains out trying to get to it. Yeah. feel released?
In my words, in my poems. If I write rose, it blooms in my hand. And the bees come to feed on my poetry.
Here we go. Here comes the Prozac.
What's different between you and me is you're going to hell when you die.
So this is Venator. All right, that was 3 performers. We had the Muscrat, we had the Stranger, Venator, and does anybody know what does it mean? I need a volunteer.
Oh, it's that time.
It's that time. I need a volunteer. Anyone? Volunteer? Okay, come in. It's very simple. Look, I found a very nice hat. Yes. Money. Fill it up with money, please. So this is for supporting a noise bridge. Please contribute whatever you can. If you can't, that's fine also. If you don't have any paper money, there's a couple of QR code, Venmo that are all over the place. Just go around. You know, you need to go around and go in front of everybody just to make them feel guilty about not giving any money. That's how it works. So thanks for supporting NoiseBridge, and thanks NoiseBridge for welcoming us every month in this space. And as I say, you know, give what you can. If you can't, it's also fine. Don't worry about it. Oh, and we were talking also, we set up the YouTube stream. No, you need to be a subscriber if you want to be in the live chat. Yeah, we say, you know, we are going to be the influencer mode. And no more free like, you need to be a subscriber. All right, so who's performing next? Looks like you're, no. Oh, yeah, go restroom and don't worry, I know to chat for a long time. All right, anybody is having some news about the music scene in San Francisco? What's happening? Is there any music in San Francisco? Any place to go?
Hey, can I talk about that event that I was talking about earlier?
Yeah, talk about that event that you were talking about earlier.
I have to do it from behind here because I've got the list here. All right, so just a real quick heads up. So the Dax Pearson tribute show. Dax Pearson was an experimental digital music producer. He was like boundary pushing. He was fantastic. He just recently passed, but he inspired a lot of people, and so these people are coming to perform. And maybe you've heard of a few of these folks. Some of them are from the Anticon label. Dose One is going to be playing. M. Saeed is playing. Gel, if you know Gel, he's out of Berkeley right now. He's a fantastic guy. He's an MPC master. You want to see some live shit? Oh man, live drums on an MPC. Mars Kumari, and this is put on by Ratskin Records, another really great like East Bay label. And yeah, so that one's on August 2nd at Gray Area, and Gray Area is super cool. They've got a giant, it's like an old theater, so they have this huge screen, and it's gonna be lit. Whoa, definitely go. How did that happen? Oh, the mic cable or what? Oh yeah, it's the mic cable. Gotta be careful about that. All right, here you go.
Yes, all right.
I taped everything I thought.
Not the mic cable. Yes, you need to move around. And I forgot to stop the person. I should have tackled you to the ground before you pass. Anyhow, thanks for all the money. Everybody contributed. I know your names. No, just kidding. All right. What else I wanted to say? Forgot. Oh, I've got my mailing list here. If you want to leave me your email address, and I'll spam you. Top, guaranteed. I'm a professional spammer. That's what I do in real life. You think it's a joke? And we have got. What's your Union Machine? Sorry, this is a very professional show. We know all the artists. We've done their background checks, All right. Yeah, what else? Oh yeah, you can find Resident Electronic Monthly on the Noisebridge website, but also this is a cool site that has been run before Facebook existed, which is called bayimproviser.com, and you'll find a lot of events which are on the realm of experimental music and avant-garde music and this kind of stuff. I think it was run by some ex-Mills College folks. So that's the place where you can find interesting stuff. I don't know if anybody is on Facebook Meta anymore. I think people are on Instagram and Threads and Blue Sky and whatever.
Literally everything else.
We are very social, All right. You need to do one note. Yeah, hear something. Here we go. All right. So this is how we do sound check. No, just kidding. We did sound check before. Oh, I forgot to say. So, previous performer, I think that was your first time here. Venator. Is Venator here? No, he ran to the restroom. Venator, that was your first performance here? All right, ever. And first one, so we always welcome new performers here. And also, if you never perform live in front of people, I think some of you have performed live before. I see too much gear, so you must have performed live before. But if you have never performed live before and you want to come here and do a 2-minute set, that's perfect, that's awesome. You've got up to 20 minutes, but if you want to do 2 minutes, 5 minutes, just to get the feel, this is what a lot of us started like this, just doing the public set. All right. Yes, we did. All right, Union Machine, everyone. All right, that was Union Machine. Isn't that better? Yes, join the union. Isn't it better than Tomorrowland? All right. Yes, I was thinking, anybody knows if Future Perfect is happening this weekend or next?
No, it's in August.
It's in August, all right. So Future Perfect, I don't know if you heard, there's Future Perfect that is started. It's at the Knock Knock in Lower 8, and they started to do shows on Sundays, and you've got this kind of music, so if you want to join it. So I think none in July, I guess.
August is already stacked too. Like,
yeah, well, none in July, I think. Sorry, I'm trying to find his performer name.
are we talking about
All That Gone. So yeah, All That Gone must be on holiday somewhere. Maybe it's at Tomorrowland. Big mistake. Should have come here. And so it will be in August. All right. Who's performing next? I don't know. Don't fight each other. I don't know. Both are raising their hands. All right. Mr. Unruly will unroll the end. All right. Is it your first time performing here? No. Oh, you were here in April. And what's your artist name? I forgot. Oh, Diego. All right. Sorry. People are joking. I can't remember. All right. Who was the first performer?
Muscrat.
Well, you know. Who was the second performer? The Stranger. Who was after the Stranger? Who was after the Stranger? Does anybody following? No, just kidding. Yeah. And then the Union Machine. And we collected $92, so thanks everyone for contributing to Noise Bridge. And you need to make one noise first. That's how it works. So we know that there's audio and everything is connected.
2 3 4. Ready?
All right. I guess you've got radio. Are you ready? Okay, everyone, Diego. that was awesome. That was Diego. And welcome back, Diego. All right, we're going to finish with Mr. Unruly, I guess. What did I want to say? So if you want to come, behind this table, it's relatively easy. Tanuki Spider-Cat is going to publish on the Noisebridge website the new setup for next month. There's a form. You just need to fill up the form and answer a few questions. And then we have got a very rigorous selection. Not at all. And you can come to perform, and there's only a few rules, which is you've got up to 20 minutes. It needs to be some electronic music, and it needs to be your music that you're going to perform. So no DJ set, unless you want to do something fancy, but it still needs to be your music. You have to press your own record first. All right. Also, we don't like to play other people's music because we stream on YouTube. And then they don't want to take us down. We've got like 7 years of archive of all these shows that we've been doing. Not that anybody watching them, but at least they are there. They're somewhere on the internet. If you want to see some artists, one day we'll have some couple of artists that will, this stuff. Resident. We did some, so that would be cool. All right. Are you ready, Mr. Unruly? Okay, I'll wait, please, setting up the videos and everything. Don't forget, everyone, as is our last performers, at the end, we'll all get all the performers behind the table and we'll take a picture. And then after, please come and feel free to talk to everybody and chat with them. And if you like any of the music, come and tell them. Don't tell Justin and I, we don't care. Go and tell them. Yeah, no, that's cool. But, go and talk to the artists and tell them if you like their music, this is what keeps us going. It's better than the like. So just talk. All right. I think Justin has got all the video camera. We've got our new influencer, Mr. Unruly. You need to make one noise. Wow. All right. That was it. Thank you very much. All right, everyone. Thanks for staying with us till the end of the show. This is Mr. Unruly. And that was Mr. Unruly. So let's do a recap. Who was the first performer? Who was the first performer? Muscrat. Muscrat. Second performer? The stranger. Third one? Yes. Venator. And after that? Union machine. And after that?
Oh, it's plural. Union machine.
Oh, there's more than one. All right. And after Union machine? Diego. And at the end, it was? Who was the last performer? Mr. Unruly. All right. Thank you very much for participating in Resident Electronic Monthly. Just a call also, we like to have volunteers and we like to have people to help us. So you've got the core group, which is Tanuki, Spidercat, Justin, and myself, Frank Martin. But if you want to join the group and help organize this show, we need more people to help us, more people to volunteers, post on Instagram, and do all the stuff. Even help us set us the show. If you want to come and be an MC, you're most welcome to. We would like to welcome more people and help us keep this show going. All right, thanks everyone. We'll ask all the performers to come behind the stage. We're gonna switch on the lights, stop the streaming, take the picture, and thanks every one of you. Come and talk to the performer just after the picture. And thanks everyone for joining Resident Electronic Monthly July edition. We'll have see you in August 2025. Woo! Fourth Thursday of the month, don't miss it. And mic drop.